Alright, I just want to speak on behalf of celebrities and their exchanges. A lot of people don't believe in the souls being sold. I'm gonna be the first to tell you that a lot of these artists will tell you blatantly in their music that they're that they've sold their soul. Sorry about that. Um, the Weeknd being one of them. In his song "Real Life," he explains how heaven only lets a few in. It's too late for him to choose it. Don't waste precious tears on him. He's not worth the misery. In ordinary life, he speaks on how he's going to die when he's young because of the decisions that he's made as well. He actually begins the song off by saying that he's getting fellatio performed to him while he's driving, and he's going to crash and die. Um, there's artists like Prince who have blasphemed against God with songs like "I Will Die for You," where he explicitly states that he will die for his fans because that is his exchange, and also that he is their messiah. There's other artists like Celine Dion has started a clothing line that's actually been going for a couple years now. I saw the Instagram page where it's gender neutral. A lot of people think that gender neutrality is something that should be normalized. Gender neutrality is garbage and trash, and what they're trying to do is slur the image of a man and a woman because the Baphomet is both man and woman, and it cannot be decided. And that's what they glorify. They glorify these goat-headed gods. They glorify these demons because these deities and these demons are giving them fame and fortune on earth in exchange for this. What they no longer have is the the craving of what it means to be human and what it actually means to want to progress as a human in life. What they do instead is use money to progress because what they would rather do is give up on themselves now because of hard times and circumstances. But we all face hard times and circumstances. I'm gonna let y'all know something right now. Every single one of you is talented in something. Everybody is talented in something. We are all created by God, the Most High. God has made every single one of us special. Every single thing on this earth is special, okay? It doesn't matter if you get two twins that are exactly the same, they're both going to be different in some way because at the end of the day, we're all different, all right? Every single thing on this earth is different. This blade of grass beside me is different than the blade of grass right beside it, all right? It doesn't matter if they're both blades of grass, they're both different. I'm gonna also tell y'all this, right? In order for something to be, it cannot not be. All right? So, in order for my finger to be here in space, it cannot be here in space. All right? That's philosophy. Descartes went on a thought experiment where he didn't believe in reality anymore. He wanted to know what does he know without relying on what he sees and what he hears. Because the devil relies on our weaknesses and the devil relies on how we feel based on what we see and what we hear. All right? You do not have to believe me in any of this. You do not have to believe in God. You do not have to believe in the devil. However, life in its way has already fulfilled the Bible's prophecies. All right? Regardless of if you accredit it to the Bible or not, or you accredit it to this, I don't know what y'all accredit it to, but whatever religion you believe in, whatever thought processes you have, etc., that's all fine. I'm going to accept you regardless because at the end of the day, your lifestyle, your choices, and your decisions do not affect me. Therefore, I cannot have anything with you. All right. Now, also, there's two sides to that coin. If your faith and your beliefs are different than mine, okay, and you try to explain them to me, if I already understand or I already comprehend the overall message, for example, gender neutrality. They don't want there to be boys or girls anymore. They want it to be them or they, okay? And they want the child to be able to choose. If physical sex doesn't identify you as what you are and it's mental, then mentally you can be anything, okay? Once you normalize this idea that I am not a boy or a girl based on what I am physically, then I am no longer light skinned. I'm blue. Because this is a physical trait that I do not accept. Okay? Does that make sense to you? I am not a human. I am a doll. I am not a doll. I am a snake. I am not a snake. I am a bird. I can do this all day. Every single moment of the day, I can think of something new that my physical being denies. However, because I want to verbalize it as true, I can proclaim it to the world. All right? That's sin. That's the devil. Baphomet is a creature. All right? Baphomet is a creature with a head of a goat. All right? And its body cannot be identified as male or female because I believe it has a penis and breasts. All right? That is an abomination against God. Listen, mind you, I do not care about how you feel emotionally because at the end of the day, emotions are personal. Emotions only matter to the person who feels them. Okay? I'm just going to give specific examples and specific descriptions of the world. All right? This is the truth. In the Bible, it says that if a child is raped, you must kill the child and you must kill the attacker. All right? Why? One, the child is innocent, who has had his innocence stripped by being sexualized by an adult. Once you kill that child will automatically go to heaven, regardless of how you feel about that child. If you hate that child, it's still going to heaven. If you love that child, it's still going to heaven. If you want that child to be successful, it's still going to heaven. If you want that child to live till they're 20, or 18 so they can get a job and move out your house, oh well. That child is going to go to heaven. That child deserves his spot in heaven because his innocence has been stripped by someone who is no longer innocent, and they're going to hell. They're going to be punished for what they've done. Okay? Now, what this does when you don't kill the child, it creates a child who has now been exposed to something wicked. All right? Once this child has been exposed to something such as rape or being sodomized, what they're going to do is they're going to grow up and they're going to make it rational in their mind. As they get older, all of the stuff that happened to them, they're either going to choose two pathways. One, the I'm not going to let this happen to anybody again pathway. Or two, I'm going to be the attacker. And almost every attacker, I'm not going to say a number. All right, I'm a fact check this after. But every time I look this up, there's always some obscure reason why they can't give me the information that I'm looking for. I always try to look up the percentage of rapists and pedophiles that have been raped and sodomized, because that matters. Because if you can statistically prove that people that are rape victims become rapists more often than not, then it would literally prove why the Bible says that when the child gets sodomized, they should be able to die. Okay? It sounds messed up because people have this standard of life and death, but in the real world where adults live, they realize that this life is shit. This life is not meant for anybody because it has all been destroyed and tarnished by these images that are portrayed on the media. It sounds like I'm just being sensitive. It sounds like I'm just falling victim to society. I don't care about any of that. I'm not an emotional being. What I care about is my family, myself, and my friends that I portray as family. That in God. That's all I care about. I do not care to please anybody. I do not care to go above and beyond anybody. However, what I do have work ethic. Before anybody tries to blast that in the comments, oh, this sounds like a lazy bum, blah, 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 this, that, and third. I have accolades for all of the work that I put in. So, y'all can speak on yourself. Now listen, I'm going to also speak on this. All right? The media is not our friend. The media will never give anybody credit when they need it. The media accredits people who are, one, monetarily stable, celebrities, who are always doing bad things. All right, listen, I'm going to explain something to you. Celebrities do not have people like us in mind. Celebrities do not give a freak about anybody like me ever, unless my bank account is helping their bank account. They don't care. They don't care to hang out with us. How many celebrities have hit you up to hang out? Oh, okay. Exactly. Shut up. Now, and I'm talking to the average Joe like myself, okay? Because I'm poor. I'll acknowledge that I'm poor. I'm fine with being poor. Because at the end of the day, it's harder for a rich man to get into heaven than a camel to get into the eye of a needle, okay? And the rich man that they're speaking on is the man who has accumulated wealth, and then from that accumulation of wealth has surpassed his own wealth to where now he lives life free and he has money still. I want to live life free, but I don't care to have money. My system, what I want to do, I actually want to come into power, okay? Because I have a lot of ideas of how we can change the standard of what it means to be human and the standard of what it means to be equal. Because money can change anybody's life, okay? But only a certain amount of money is needed to change your life drastically, okay? And this country has enough wealth to be dispersed to where everyone can live life lavishly. Because all it means to live life lavish is to have a secure home, food, and people that care about you. That's the true meaning. You're supposed to just be provided for, sheltered, and have people that care about you. Nothing else matters. And it doesn't matter if you're driving a Huracan. Cars aren't even supposed to be a thing. Cars were actually invented in the 1900s by Henry Ford. Okay, actually, I think it was like the late 1800s was when the car was being modeled. Okay, early 1900s when it was actually put together. This, that, and third assembly line, blah blah blah. All right, mind you, cars are literally devices. Cars are an invention that moves your body through space fast. Okay, 15 miles per hour seems like it's slow when you're driving in a car. You can walk 15 miles an hour, you'll definitely be able to tell how fast you're walking. Because the average pace of walking, I think it's like 8 miles in an hour, honestly. So that's a jog, a heavy jog. 15 miles an hour is a heavy jog. Imagine doing that all the way to work. That's dead. All right. Another thing, these cars are capable of doing 100, 120 when there's no road where that's legal. Why? Why are cars designed to be able to go faster, way faster than the speed limit of anywhere? I wonder. They're death machines. But I still need a car. I still need to function in society. So I'm gonna succumb to this invention. Another device that shouldn't exist is this cell phone that I'm recording on, which I'm trying to use as a platform to help talk to people because people don't understand anymore. Cell phones should never be a thing. Cell phones should never exist because cell phones are just an extension of people, one. They're a device that you can carry with all of the information obtained by man, two. And three, with that information, you have all the good and all the bad. Right now, I can look up shirts to buy, or I can look up pornography. You see what I'm saying? Very distinct boundaries. A shirt, something I might need. Pornography is just going to be based on lust. It's going to be based on an image of, it's going to portray sex as an act between two people that is just something that happens. Sex is not just an act. Sex is supposed to be intimacy between two people that are actually connected in one bond called marriage. Okay? If your ultimate goal with the person that you're having sex with is not marriage, you're wasting your time having sex, because it's actually scientifically proven that when you have sex with somebody, the bond in your brain changes with that person. Okay? But I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm not going to shun anybody. You have 100 bodies, that's you. I don't care. I've already stated this. Your emotions don't matter to me, so therefore my opinion of you shouldn't exist. All right? So y'all do what y'all want to do. Now, another thing about these celebrities, bro, which I have to be careful of. A lot of people have celebrities set as their wallpapers. A lot of people wake up every morning and they'll think about their celebrity. They'll listen to their music. You know what I'm saying? They'll bump them every day. Like, I listen to The Weeknd every day. I don't listen to The Weeknd because of him. He doesn't matter to me. The Weeknd is just another lame dude with money, in my opinion. Because The Weeknd, if I had the money that The Weeknd had, I would be a lot cooler dude, if that makes sense. Because money can make anybody have any lifestyle. Money can allow you to dress however you want to. Money can make you do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So if your actions when you're poor are cooler than somebody with money, you're a cooler person. So listen, if you're poor right now and you go to school, you're cool. If you're poor right now and you work hard, you're cool. If you're rich right now and you entertain for a living, you're not cool, because your income is reliant on other people that are below you. And that's not cool. That's called using people. But, it is what it is. Now, however, the other side to that entertainment, if you're entertaining sinful actions, for example, The Weeknd doesn't sing about going to church. The Weeknd doesn't sing about praising God and giving Him the glory. The Weeknd sings about lust. The Weeknd sings about drugs. The Weeknd sings about, and I'm aware of all this. However, the deception part comes whenever you live the life that you listen to. All right? I don't do heavy drugs. I don't be out here smashing everybody. I just go to school. I go to work. I come home with my family, and I enjoy my time with my girl. That's it. I'm not out here trying to be no hoe. I'm not out here trying to portray myself as the man. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just trying to work for myself because I have goals that I'm trying to accomplish in my life. All right? If you don't live your life for yourself and everything that you think about involves somebody else, you're living your life wrong. Every decision that you make should be a decision for you. Every decision that you think about, everything that you love, everything that you care about, everything that you invest your time in should have some relationship to you and not be accredited to somebody else. You should never, like, for example, I should never listen to The Weeknd because I want to hear his voice. No. I should never want to listen to an artist so I can understand their life. I should never care about their platform or their stature, because if anything, there are regular people out here just like me, poor. There's people out here that are performing every day on the street, trying to make some money. And if anybody should be getting credit and should be asked about their lives, it's them. Every opportunity you get, if you ever see somebody homeless and you see them begging for money at the red light, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to say that I be out here. But sometimes, if I had $10 in my pocket, $5 in my pocket, I don't care if it's the last money I have. Literally, I broken bread one time. Whatever. Charity is necessary. I'm not going to talk about any specific times, but charity is necessary in order to make it into the kingdom of God. Okay? That's one of the steps. Another one, never be proud. I never want any of my accomplishments or any of my things to be accredited to me. All of my work ethic is accredited to my mom, because she taught me everything that I need to know about working hard and getting what you need to get in order to survive. Everything else, every lesson that I've been taught, every opportunity of failure, every opportunity for not believing in myself mentally, physically, spiritually, any opportunity that has pressed me in order to mold myself into becoming a man, I give credit to God, and I thank Him, and I worship Him, and I am so grateful, because anybody can give an excuse for why they do wrong. Nobody gives excuses for why they do right. Okay? You don't need an excuse when you're doing right. All right? Now, I want everybody to know I love y'all. I really do, bro. I love y'all because I'm supposed to love people. The Bible commands you to love. Love is not an emotion. Love has nothing to do with how you feel about how somebody looks. Love has nothing to do with how you feel in your stomach. Love has nothing to do about you want to text somebody every single minute of every single day. That's not love. That's an idea of lust that has been misinterpreted due to romance, and this jacket was a gift. Shout out to my nigga Justin. Just in case anybody tries to say, oh, you don't idolize The Weeknd, but you got his jacket on. I don't care about that. I just thought it was fly. But anyways, love is a command. Love is not a feeling, okay? So stop. Love is actually mutual respect, and that's it. Because once you mutually respect someone, you will never do anything to go against them. You'll never do anything to harm them. And you always look out for them as well as yourself. So listen, everybody be good, man.